Welcome to Wexford Park for the final of the Tom Doyle Senior Football Championship. Looking back on the season, what's been your highlights so far?
I think, I suppose there's probably been a few things, but the under-21 hurling was probably the biggest thing because we got to an All-Ireland final. And you know, the senior hurlers gave us so much excitement in Clare, back here in Wexford and up in Kilkenny. But the night of the All-Ireland final, the under-21, for me to see a Wexford team walk out behind the band, you know, in a final like that, that was huge. And then the girls getting to the All-Ireland final and winning it. You know, we've 2 Leinster trophies in hurling. We've an All-Ireland trophy in ladies football, and the Camogie girls were very, very unlucky not to get to the final. So it's been fantastic.
Yeah. Just looking ahead then to next year, I know we've got a new football manager in at the moment. So any thoughts on what we expect to see from the footballers this year?
Well, the football, Leona, is something that we're actually going to try and build up from the ground up. This thing with Wexford football are going in every year and hoping something's going to happen. We've got to approach the development of football the same way as we have with hurling, in the sense that we try to build pure footballers from the ground up, and that's why I brought David in. He built up that minor team in Tipperary that went on and won an All-Ireland. He built up under-21 teams. Now we know we have the talent. And this year we have a combined colleges A team. We've 3 colleges at A level in football. I think it's more than any other county in the 32. So we're going to start there with David. He's going to be a joint manager of the under-21, and we're going to try and build a football base. We're also introducing a football-only scholarship at 3rd level. So the best 4 minor footballers, we will help them go through university if they try to develop their Gaelic football with the county setup. So I don't expect anything overnight from David. What I've given David is a long-term project, and I hope that that's the way it'll pan out.
Very good. We've also put some new key people into the development of both hurling and football in the county. Do you want to talk to me about those appointments?
Well, Owen Morrissey is the main one. Owen is only 25 years of age. He's like David. I went for youth again deliberately because he's no history, he's no baggage, he's no... we're terrible in Wexford for piling history on people's shoulders. So he's in now with a 50-50 brief for hurling and football. The resources will be going 50-50 as well, so we're going to put everything we have into both codes. And I am going to announce changes in the next few weeks in the whole coaching setup that will be significant, but I think that people will row in behind them. So you will see significant changes in development squad activity and the whole aspects of hurling and football coaching next year. There's no doubt about that.
And just in regards to the Ferns project, can you give us an update as to where we currently are with that?
Well, the pitches are done. Well, the first 4 pitches are done. They're fabulous. I was up there yesterday after the heavy rain, and 2 of them are as close to all weather as you can get. 2 of them are floodlit to international standards. They're fantastic when you look down on them. And the dressing rooms, the building is about 1/3 of the way up. So I expect to have it we're hosting the All-Ireland Football Fela in Wexford next summer, and I hope to have it ready for that and for the teams to be able to start training maybe March, April. So it'll be available to the hurling and football teams, the Camogie and the ladies football. And I'm hoping it'll be the start of the one GA family in Wexford, where all of us in the GA family, I know we're different associations, but we can be still one GA family and still keep our own independent management system. So I think it's going to be a huge boost, particularly it should be a huge boost to Camogie and ladies football as well, because it's going to give them a home, if they want it, as a home that they can base themselves in.
That's great. Just on today's match then, Gusran and the Ans, have you any predictions on it?
No, I haven't. After watching Gusran beating Castletown, they have some smashing forwards, there's no question. I think the 2 Cullens are having a great year, and Panther obviously is a huge plus. The Ans are a fabulous team, never take them for granted. Whether Liam Og will be a loss or whether Liam Og's loss will be a boost, we'll find out very quickly. I hope it's a good game, because we've had some, the hurling it was great to see a breakthrough, etc., but the game wasn't what people had hoped for, and I'm hoping today now we'll have a good open game of football. And it's a fantastic afternoon, so much for not playing football in the winter. It's madness, and it's a great occasion. I'm looking forward to it.
The under-21 championship, we're down to the under-21s in Wexford.
Yes.
How do you see that panning out?
I don't know how it's going. I know the Martins have big ambitions, they tell me, of winning it. Yeah. We went down the road, Leon, of bringing it in the winter like this, so that every lad that wants to play football has no excuse now. It doesn't, you're not choosing between codes. So we brought it in at this time of the year deliberately for that reason, but also the under-21 inter-county scene starts in February, so it's an ideal time now for Kevin Keogh and David Power to, pick out talent for the squad. So I don't know, it's hard to predict who's going to win it, but and anyway, I'm not going to say it because I'll get into trouble.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Thanks a million.
Going into battle were St Anne's from Orthangan and the men from Gussaran O'Rahilly's. The O'Rahillys went into the game on the back of a tremendous victory in the semi-final stages, where they defeated Castletown. St Anne's, on the other hand, had eked out a semi-final victory at the expense of the Shelmaliers. Just 2 points separated them in the end, and Sean Gall was reliable for St Anne's as he kicked 7 of the 9 points from frees. In the final, though, it was Gussaran who opened their account first, as Graham Cullen kicked the ball inside to Shane, who used his left boot to fire over the first point of the game. Gussaran, 1 point. St Anne's, no score. St Anne's went into the game with plenty of motivations. They lost in the hurling equivalent to the Shelmaliers in a replay, and they also went into this football final without their leading attacker Liam O'Govern, who was sent off for a red card offence near the end of their semi-final. Nevertheless, they soon set about establishing parity after 9 minutes, when Mark Furlong gained possession on the D and he was brought to ground. Subsequently, the free kick was converted from the ground by Sean Gall, 1 point apiece after 9 minutes. Gussaran bounced back though as Adrian Panther Flynn kicked a crossfield ball in on top of Fintan Ryan. Ryan let it off to Graham Cullen, and Cullen tried to get past Aidan Rochford. Eventually Cullen took a right booted kick at the post, but his shot was an unsuccessful one. St Anne's had burst out of the traps, but they didn't convert their industry on the scoreboard. They had landed a string of wides, and they also had a goal shot denied from Dermot O'Keefe. Brendan Barry kicked this one in though, and David O'Connor let it off to Pierce White. Eventually Kenny Cooney made a burst down the left flank, but his shot went to the left and wide. The ever-reliable midfielder David O'Connor set up the next chance for the St Anne's men, but Liam Rochford's shot just went a miss. David Keogh's next kick-out would lead to a goal chance for the Sky Blues, as D. O'Keefe broke onto the kick-out and hared his way through past the 13-metre line, but his shot was denied by Keogh, and the ball dribbled out over the end line amid protests from O'Keefe that the ball had actually gone off a Gussaran defender. The catalyst for that goal chance for the Sky Blues was Mark Furlong, and Furlong took the next shot at the post, but his shot went to the right and wide. And then came another St Anne's miss as Mark Furlong and Dermot O'Keefe combined to give David O'Connor possession, but O'Connor's shot went to the right and wide. Gussaran then took the lead against the run of play as David Keogh let the ball off to Padraig Conway, and Conway's shot into the Clonard end found the post. The score: Gussaran 2 points, St Anne's 1 point after 15 minutes. Indeed, Gussaran almost got a goal moments later as Fintan Ryan gained possession from Kenneth Cahill, but his shot was just about denied by full-back for St Anne's, Tomas Cullen. Their next stab at the post came from corner forward Sean Ryan, but his shot was just a tad wayward. On 20 minutes, the Gussaran lead of 1 point was doubled by Shane Cullen, but Adrian Flynn first had to redeem himself after his shot from a long-range free fell short. Eventually, Flynn intercepted the St. Anne's counter-attack and he set the piece of play in motion, which culminated in Shane Cullen's right-booted kick finding the post. Gussaran 3 points, St. Anne's 1 after 20 minutes. Gussaran started with a string of hand passes from the side of the field which originated from Adrian Flynn, but when Dermot O'Keefe, Aidan Rochford and Mark Furlong teamed up, they dispossessed Graham Cullen, and so David Fogarty made an incisive run but was brought to ground, which led to a free-in for St. Anne's. Yet again, St. Anne's went in hunt of a goal as Redmond Barry rolled through a number of tackles and Pierce White's shot on goal was denied by David Keogh. The rebound from Fergus Whelan was also thwarted by the Gussaran defence. And then came the Gussaran counter-attack as Adrian Redmond charged through the defence of Gussaran. He led it off to Graham Cullen, and Cullen picked out Sean Ryan in attack, but Ryan's shot fell short and it fell to the hands of Richard Cleary in the goal for St. Anne's. The gap of 2 points was narrowed to the minimum at the 30-minute mark as Sean Gall converted his second pointed free of the day from the place ball after Redmond Barry had been fouled. That made it 3 points to 2 in favour of Gussaran at half time.